Well, hello and a very good afternoon, dear chums. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Middle of the week already. Can you believe it? It is Wednesday, almost middle of the month. We were chatting about that before the show. Where has this month and indeed this year gone? It's flown over. The week is flying over as well. I think the week's going fast is because we've had so many great shows and more great shows to come this week as well. Today is going to be a brilliant day. The Fish is going to be back a little bit later on tonight from 5 with a craft along. All things sparkly in that show. So if you love a little bit of sparkle when it comes to your sparkle pens, glitter markers, mesmerising glitter paste, all those kind of things, then that is a show that you'll be wanting to join us for. This show is a brand new launch, and I sort of echoed the comments that a lot of you were making yesterday, saying that you feel like birthdays never ended because we had all of those amazing launches over the 2 weeks, and since then we've been bringing you loads and loads of great new launches, and this is a collection which I think you are going to absolutely love. From a few of the comments that I saw yesterday, a lot of you watched our countdown to launch show where these were previewed. I think they are going to fly. We're going to take a little bit of a walk on the wild side with our brand new outline stamp and die sets. They are brilliant with, I think, you know, some of your favourite animals that you love to craft with, alongside perhaps some creatures that you won't have seen before. So the showstopper is live, already flying. Nearly 10% of the stock has already gone. And I will take you all around the kind of buying options and the prices and all those kind of things in just a few moments' time. And I'll say hello to a few of you as well. But before we do that, let's say the most important hello to the lady the other side of the studio. It is not the Fish. No, no. You can tell it is going to be a big launch when the Chivmeister is in town. She is back. I am delighted that she is here. It is the lovely Leann Chivers. How are you?
Well, I'm glorious, Ben. Thank you. I haven't seen you since birthday.
I know, it's been a while.
It's been too long, so I'm very happy to be here with you today. Nice little catch up. I'm very looking forward to this 2 hours.
It's going to be amazing.
To say. It's going to be incredible. I love what we're bringing to you. Really lovely affordable price point as well, I think, Ben, when you get to that. But most importantly, to your point, something a little bit different, Ben. A little bit different to what you would normally expect to see. And I'm excited. Just let me know when I can show you.
Oh, well, I will in just a few moments' time. There's excitement over there. I'm going to keep you in suspense. It is your brand new collection, the Outline Stamp and Die 9-piece showstopper. I will show you what we've got here as far as our little pack shot is concerned, because you've got a few of the different animals here that you can see, but Leann will show you in full detail all of the goodies here. But we're talking beautiful foxes, we're talking beautiful birds, we're talking beautiful deers, and then within this set as well, you've got that amazing howling wolf, you've got the beautiful wise owl, and then down the bottom, which you'll see in much more detail in just a second, a lot of people have been chatting about that amazing tiger. You get a full set of dies, you get stamps to go with these two, and as I say, we will look at those in much more detail in just a second. Those are the new goodies that you're going to get within the showstopper. £44 or $54.40 is the price on this, but what else do you get for your money? Well, you pay an extra £10 or $10 with the showstopper, but then for that price, you will get yourself your tape pen. You are also going to receive your 60 sheets of our card, and you're going to receive your aqua markers. You're getting the 12 aqua markers in the nature colours. That should normally set you back £39 or $54. You pay an extra 10 for that, and that is coming your way within the showstopper. What I will say, a caveat here, we do not have birthday stock levels of this showstopper. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'll sit back and relax, watch the show, and maybe buy it at the end because they've probably got, I don't know, 1,000 of these, we have got nowhere near that amount. So if you want to take advantage of the value for money within the showstopper, it is best to get in early. And as Leann pointed out, really nice price point for you as well. Everything is yours for £44 or $54.40. If you don't want the showstopper option, you can just buy the new stamps and dies on their own. Best thing to do there is shop the show. I echo Stephen's comments who say the showstopper is a brilliant price. And also just a few quick hellos and then we'll have a look. Rachel is on the socials today. Julie Palmer Palmer joins us. PB Brewer Martin says, Leanne, Ben and CC team and all, hello. I cannot wait to see all the magic. Lois joins us in Ohio. Altje joins us in the Netherlands. Crystal joins us, as does Rebecca Davies and Christine Mahoney, who says, good morning, everyone. Come on then, let's do it. Let's see what we're going to be working with here. You are about to be wowed as we take a walk on the wild side.
I'm so excited. These are so different, Ben, and really usable. I must start with this one. This is my very favourite. Take a walk on. I feel I need to go take a walk on the wild side. I love that song. Have you heard that? Do you know what that song's about? Take a walk on the wild side, baby. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You've got to listen to the words. It's brilliant. Anyway, I feel I need to sing that when we're doing it. It's absolutely incredible. So this one's called Prairie Visitor.
Oh, okay.
Take a little walk on the wild side. Now look what Prairie Visitor looks like.
That is amazing.
So Prairie Visitor can be a tiger,
yes,
a lion, or indeed, oh no, not a stag. Can't be that. He's clever, but he's not a chameleon. He can be a leopard.
He can be a leopard.
He could be a leopard. Look at that. How incredible is that, Ben? Equally fantastic, just as a black and white silhouette.
Yes.
It's absolutely superb. So that is Prairie Visitor.
Wowee.
Love that one.
We do love that.
Then we've got Have a Hoot on your birthday.
Brilliant.
With Woodland Explorer. So many things you can do. You can watercolour these. Use your colour burst powders. Use your liquid watercolour inks if you want to. Use your alcohol markers. Use your aqua markers. Whatever it is you want to use, you can use with these to colour these in and have them coloured or have them as a full silhouette.
Yeah.
It's entirely up to you. This tree, an embossing folder chopped up.
Oh, okay.
So
clever.
easy to do, really easy to do. Then we've got Happy Birthday Foxy. I love these sentiments so much.
So
it's
good.
So good. It's just a little bit different, a little bit quirky, something you want to send to someone. I can think of at least 5 of my girlfriends I'd want to send a Happy Birthday Foxy card to, I have to say. Look how beautiful that is as a winter image.
Really cute.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Equally could be summer, it just depends on the design that you put behind. But as an alternative Christmas card, where you put a Christmas sentiment on there, it could be incredible, couldn't it? But do you know what I love about this, Ben? Home decor.
That's brilliant.
Look at that as a hanging for home decor. It's absolutely beautiful. Just gesso your wood slice and then use your inks. Use your, I would use your liquid inks that Sheena brought. We brought with Sheena, and then just some die cut trees. Looks absolutely super. Then you've got Let's Go Wild.
Love that.
Now he can come in. He tried to make a little cameo appearance earlier, didn't he? He tried, but you know, we had to get him out of the scene. Look, with your alcohol markers, that lovely tartan paper in the background.
Well.
That's great for Craig, isn't it? It's just got a real lovely Highland authentic feel to it. That's called Mountain Roma, which I absolutely love. Then we've got, it's a bit of Sheena this, Wilderness Voyager. Love this so much. And the sentiment is wishing you a wild birthday. Look at this.
I love this card.
How fabulous. Now that's just using it as a silhouette, as we keep saying, brilliant is just a silhouette. Do a little drop shadow with some gold or some white. We've done it with the white there. Yeah. And that's using some of Sheena's Bella Luna papers. Yeah. From a while ago. Equally, Crystal Visions that you just got on birthday would work fabulous with this one. And then you've got to have a bit of pretty and a bit of colour in your life, haven't you, Ben? Bit of pretty, bit of colour. Paradise Array we've got here with Fly High on your birthday and a little bit of home decor to start. Cool. Look how lovely that is with your foam or your paper flowers, just in a 3D frame. Bit of acetate to have them look like they are flying, so a little bit of a boing. Put that on the front of a card if you want to. Colour it in with whatever you want to colour with, and I think you'll agree, looks absolutely superb. So many other great things to show you. I'm just going to show you quickly because I want you to get maximum inspiration before I start crafting with them. Look how fabulous that is.
He's got a hat and
just stick a little top hat
on.
And a little tie. I mean, he just needs a little smoking jacket. Do you know what I want to sing when I see this?
What?
There's a moose loose around this hoose. That's exactly what I want to do. And then we've got the tiger there with that lovely creator card.
I know you were chatting about this earlier, but it's very for kids. Tiger Who Came to Tea. Isn't
Tiger
it?
Who Came to Tea. Well, we went to see the stage show with my granddaughters a couple of weeks ago, and they love the Tiger Who Came to Tea. So if you're doing a wild themed birthday, or if you're just doing Christmas cards and they love the tiger, brilliant to do little storybooks and just die cut them and let them have them to stick on cards themselves.
I love
colour
that.
them in themselves, which is what I do with my girls. Brilliant on that rosette there with that Highland one. And then look at this. I have to show you this. Look, if you've got little stamps at home, you know, like little trees, even just freehand them with your fine liners, that is this bit here, sorry, I beg your pardon, is the waste from cutting out the silhouette used to stencil through and create that beautiful scene in the aperture of the waist just with your inks. And I think that is superb. It just shows another very unusual way of using these, Ben. I think you will not regret getting them. I think you will not regret. They're very, very different. To have that tiger and the wolf and that lovely monarch, the fox, I mean, just beautiful dies that are timeless and are going to last you basically a lifetime of crafting.
They are stunning. We are already very busy for them. How amazing is that Prairie Visitor as well? Anyone else think, you know, if you've got like a dog, you can obviously colour that in such a way. I think it looks like my Border Collie Molly. So, you know, if you're a part of the Collie crew, Hilary and Holly, if you're watching, you know, the kind of dyes that you can... You know, you can colour them in, you can manipulate and change them to the look that you want to have them. And again, love the fact that with that tiger, you know, could be a lioness, could be a leopard. There's so much scope with these, and brilliant, isn't it, that we've featured some animals which potentially you've not seen before in collections, and how lovely that all of the stamps work absolutely beautifully as well with the particular animal that they pertain to. It's a brilliant price. I'm seeing a lot of you saying how great the price is on this. If you like the price and you like the product, don't delay. Over 10% of the Showstopper stock has already gone, and remember, you're getting all of that extra crafty goodies for just £10 built into the price. It should be nearly £40, nearly £55 you should be paying, but we give you the card stock, we give you the aqua markers for you to get colouring with, and one of our tape pens as well. Christine's excited. She says the car is in the shop having major surgery. Oh no. She says, I'm excited to be stuck at my house to craft for days though. Teresa says the new collection looks like it will be very useful in a lot of creations. And Rebecca says, I love how quirky the sentiments are. We do it every time, and I think it adds so much more value for money in the fact that we don't just go, oh, have a random sentiment like happy birthday or celebrate. We always try and have sentiments that work in with the particular die that you're working with. So I think that is brilliant. It makes them even more usable. Sheila Kay also says, I love these type of stamps and sentiments. Make more of these, please, says Sheila.
Okay.
There you go. We will. Keep commenting, please, because this is going to be another day where your comments could win you prizes. A little bit later on in our craft along, we've got a prize to give away. In this show, though, if you send in a comment, if you ask a question, and again, feel free to fire in any crafty conundrums whilst Leanne is here. We may as well make use of her. But we're going to give away one of Leanne's creations at the end of the show. So a signed Leanne original coming your way, but you need to send in a comment. It can just be a hello. It can just be a little question. Whatever you fancy, we are here for you. But as I say, get shopping, grab this Showstopper whilst you can. If you don't want all of the added extras and you just want to buy the new goodies, you can go for that in the bundle, which is available for you on the Shop the Show. Right, we're going to get into this. Also, if there's anything that you want to see, I know Leanne's got a bit of an order how she's going to craft during this show, but if there's something particular that you want to see, maybe one of the animals you prefer, or the others you want to see it die cut or coloured, let us know, shout up. But I think, are we not? We're going to start with the Tiger Burning Bright.
We are indeed. I'm just rearranging my things there. I had them all arranged lovely before, and now I've messed it up. But anyway, never mind. So we're going to start using the Prairie Visitor, which I absolutely love. And we're going to cut this from alcohol marker card because we are going to colour it with our alcohol markers. So I'm going to show you how to colour it in. I'm not going to do this every time because I've got so many other things that I want to show you of how you can use them. So we will take a minute to do this now and then, maybe not later. Put all of your plates through. The sizing of these is great. I'm going to check, but I believe they will all go through the mini with the exception of the owl.
Oh, okay.
But I think the owl might go through. I just want to get the folder and put it through. I'm measuring it on my board and I'm like, oh, will it go, will it not? So I'm going to check that, but I'm sure they were all designed to work in the mini. So you can use them, mini, Gemini, junior, midi, whatever it is you particularly want to use them with.
Yeah.
I'm going to, now can I just show you this? Why will that not come off? There, come off. There we go. There's the aperture. So you know how with a wolf, and I said your waist creates the aperture for you. I've used quite a big piece of card there, and I used that big piece of card because I wanted the space around. Now I would put that away in my package piece, and that is my stencil that I've created at the same time, so that I know when I'm come to a point in the future, I don't have to waste a piece of card doing that if I don't want to. I've already got my stencil ready should I want to use it. It's entirely up to you. So I'm actually going to cut 2 pieces because we're going to have a look at cutting 2 different variations.
Yeah.
Okay, then put your plates together. I'm just going to run this through once more for you while I do that, Ben.
Rebecca's just said, Brainwave, could we die cut these from funky foam and then use them as a stamp for making our own wrapping paper?
Yes.
We love that idea and we love that succinct answer. That's a really cool idea, actually.
It is a cool idea. I love that. You can use them to cut out, you know, your different toppers if you wanted to. So you could make funky foam toppers and colour them in, so they're a bit more 3D. You could cut them out with several layers of craft card, stick them all together with your tacky glue, make yourself almost a wooden embellishment, if that makes sense. You can do that too. So look, I mean, I don't need to do anything to that, and it looks absolutely superb.
It does.
I'm just going to get a piece of black card. That's all you need to do to make an amazing card. You don't really, the quality of how these have been designed, where the little cuts are, where the little emboss areas are to help you. I mean, even the pinprick in the eye there just really adds to the character and makes it a real character rather than an assimilation of a character.
Yeah, it does.
And all of the hard work has been done for you. So you can definitely make the most of that. Now, to start colouring in, it's going to be exactly as you would expect. Now, I've got a variation here. Too many markers than I need. But I'm just going to start from scratch. And I'm going to use, that's going to be for his nose. Oh, and can I also say, what you are going to do is fussy cut another piece for underneath, because I'm going to colour his nose pink, but that would be on the card underneath. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
So what you can do is stick this down with your dotty tape pen on another piece of alcohol card, which is what I've got here.
And then trim round it afterwards.
And then trim round it afterwards. So let me just get the dotty on, and you'll fussy cut round to get all of that colouring in the right place. And I want to show you this first because I think it's really important that you see how to achieve that full kind of top. I've used that up. Okay, that'll do for now. Full kind of topper look. So I've stuck that down with dotty. Yeah. That's stuck underneath. Quick rub to get rid of any little bits of dotty glue that are in the background there, so I don't want that to contaminate my alcohol marker nib. You might not be able to see that fully, but you there. You'll see as I start to colour it, you can see it now. There you go. There he is on there. So first things first, the nose. And I'm colouring through the aperture onto the piece of card below. That pen needs replacing. That's dried out. Let's get another one. We'll give him an orange nose instead. There, that'll do.
There we go.
You're getting the idea. Okay, so that will start there. And then we're going to start with the colours on the tiger's face. So I'm going to start with some of the flesh colours, and I'm just going to get a layer down. Now remember, what we do is we go from light to dark, don't we? Yeah. And we preserve the highlight, or preserve the lighter coloured area. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this flesh colour down and then start working.
Lots of love coming through for these. Sheila K is wanting to see something with the waist at some point. Show us something with the waist, please, please.
Okay.
Donna says these will work perfectly with the textured embossing folders, and I love that you have 3 potential projects with each cut, says Donna.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And Pat's just saying, I've already ordered the showstopper as well as Sheena's Draw the Line pens again. They're on sale, so I'm very excited.
Ooh.
No more than me, Pat.
Okay, so then we're going to, what colour is this? TN6 might be a bit too much to start with. And then we'll start building up where we want dimension. So I want the deeper colour in the centre of his face. So I'll start building this up. And I'm using the tan colours now.
Okay.
And Illustrator markers. You could use your tri-blend if you want to. You can use your classiques, whatever it is, tri-brush, whatever you want. It's your tiger at the end of the day. And actually, one of the best tigers I've ever seen coloured was coloured in neon pinks and lilacs.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the packaging of one of our marker sets, and it's absolutely incredible, I have to say. So, you know, you'll just let your imagination run wild.
Like you say, it's your tiger.
Your tiger.
So you do. If you want to do a neon disco tiger, then you do it.
Then you do it. So I'm bringing the colour down here, and then I'm just going to blend it out. I'm just getting an approximation of where all of the colours are going to start with.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about being too smooth with your blending. That will come in a second. And you don't need to worry about going off the edge, because remember, you're fussy cutting.
Of course, yeah.
You're fussy cutting this out.
Is this everyone's favourite as well? Let me know in the comments which is your favourite animal we featured. I have a feeling there'll be a lot of love for this tiger, because it's very different to any sort of animal dies that we've done before, isn't it? Yeah, producer Nicholas is saying, can we recall having ever done one before? I don't
No,
think I can.
I can answer that succinctly.
No.
We have not. Okay. So you're going to keep adding your colour and then just blend it out. And I'm not going to do the whole tiger face because you want to see me do some other things.
We do.
But we'll keep waiting. I'm struggling with some dried out pens here, Ben.
Just while you're trying to find some more, we can say hi to Tracy, who says, these are gorgeous. They are fantastic, aren't they? And brilliantly priced as well. Just pushing you to get checked out on that showstopper if you want that, because as I say, we don't have huge quantities this time around. Stephen's excited. The 5 parcels you're getting today. What you're getting, Stephen? You'll have to let us know. We've been very nosy. Sue Griffith says, hi, I've been looking for a fox for some time. Well, look no further, because you've got the fox included within this set. And Altia says, colouring with sparkle watercolour. I mean, you can colour them with what you want, to be honest with you. Whatever you fancy, as we say. Let your imagination run wild. And you do you. It's coming to life, this now, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah. I've changed now to a tri-brush marker of gold brown, which is a new one. So that'll give you an idea. But again, you can do it whichever way you want. It's yours at the end of the day. Now let me just pick another colour here. Let's see if this one. Yeah.
And for those who are sort of maybe quite new, you're just, obviously they're different pens, but these are all alcohol markers, aren't they? So you're just flipping between the different alcohol markers.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're wondering about alcohol marker tutorials, then they're on, a lot of you have got Academy of Colour, so a lot of what I'm doing here will have been covered in Academy of Colour, and you'll be able to see exactly how to do it on there, so you'll be able to follow those techniques. Sorry, I need another pen. Sorry, guys.
Keep those comments coming through, everybody. Lots of people ordering. Carolyn says, I've ordered first thing. The group I head at my work, obviously this is brilliant. The group I head at my work are called the Tigers, and I'm known as Mama T. What do you do, Carolyn? I want to work at a place where they have teams. That would be amazing. What would our team be, though? Like, what animal would Team Crafters TV be, I wonder? Chimps. You have to let us know in the comments. I really like the wolf, says Kathy in Mechanicsburg. We're going to try over the course of the show, I think, to show you all of the different animals that you're going to get within this set. So do stick with us, because we will get round to them. I'm looking forward to seeing what Carolyn's line of work is. Find why her team is called the Tigers. Don't work in a cereal factory, do you? They're great. Is it still Tony the Tiger on Frosties?
We had to eat Frosties for a long time when I was a kid. I'm going to say early 80s when my brothers were little.
Why?
And the reason for that is my mum was saving all of the cereal packets to get the knitting pattern to be able to knit Tony the Tiger jumpers.
Is that what they did on cereal packets?
Yeah, and it worked. It worked. She got the knitting pattern. Sorry, I'm backwards and forwards trying to get pens.
I don't remember that from cereal. All I remember back in the day was they used to put, I mean, they probably don't do it now, do they, for health and safety, used to get a toy in your cereal, didn't you? You
did used to get a toy in your cereal. It was such a joy, wasn't it?
Yeah, being the first one to open the cereal packet and digging your hand down to the bottom to pick out whatever the toy might be.
Absolutely.
I don't know why as well, whenever my parents used to buy the little selection boxes you could get. You get the little 30-gram boxes and you get about 8 of them. I always used to think that was a treat for some reason. I don't know why.
Me too. Me too. Right, you're going to continue to colour your tiger in.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll come back and do this in the second hour, Ben. What I'm going to do is get some markers. Brand new box of markers. These are so well loved in our craft studio here that they get used a lot, and so I'm struggling to get the colours I need. And so when you've finished, what you're going to end up with is this. So you can see how the colour's starting to build up, and what I've done is cut fussy cut behind so you can build the colours up for the nose and what have you, and colour on the piece of card behind. Then you'll just take your scissors and you will fussy cut that out around. So when you've stuck it onto your piece of card, you then go with your scissors, fussy cut around. You've got a line to follow, and that's going to create your topper to be able to allow you to colour that in to make your lion, your tiger, your cheetah, however you want to colour it. That's going to be pretty easy for you to do. You see, I'm easily going around there. And then when it's alcohol coloured, this is what you're going to have.
So good. You'd almost be forgiven thinking that they were two completely different dyes, wouldn't you? They're so, I know they're two different animals, but they are so different, and it shows you the kind of thing that you can do with a little bit of imagination. My favourite is the stag, says Rebecca, and the wolf, I think, but it is hard to choose. I love them all.
That's what I think of the dried out pens.
She's just picked the pens up and chucked them across the... Rage! A fit of rage! No, she hasn't really. They just fell. Liam, no, I won't mention it. Oh, I've already done it now. Rebecca says, haha, I remember the toys in cereals. I always promised to eat the cereal, but I never did. These are all of the stamps and dies that you're going to be getting within this set once again. So this is the die that Leanne was just working with, your prairie visitor. Just incredible, the amount of detail that you're going to be getting there. And again, you know, even if you just want to cut this out in black and create a silhouette, make some beautiful backgrounds to pop this onto, it is going to look brilliant. But of course, then you've got the option, particularly if you go for the showstopper as well, the fact that you're getting all of that card to go with, then you can colour this in to whatever the colour theme you want it to be, or again, you know, change it from a tiger to a lioness, from a lioness to a cheetah to a leopard, whatever you like. The stamp is brilliant as well, so you've got Take a Walk on the Wild Side. There's the owl. Again, we're going to try and get to all of these over the course of the show. Really super beautiful as well. Have a hoot on your birthday. Here's the fox. Happy birthday, Foxy. This reminds me again of, what's the book? It's a children's book, and it has loads of lovely quotes in it. It's called something like The Boy, the Mole and the Fox. You know, yeah, it's such a lovely book. It's The Boy, the Mole and the Fox, or The Fox, the Mole and the Boy.
Is that the one that's very, very sketchy?
Yeah.
Half undone?
Yeah, the boy, the mole. Oh, there's no fox. And the horse. But there is a fox in it, yeah. And it's a really lovely book full of like sort of positive quotes and affirmations, but a beautiful design on that fox, and again a really nice sized die that once again you can really have fun colouring in. For your winter cards, you have got your Mountain Roma which is that beautiful Stag. Again, lovely finished samples that we saw earlier on, teaming that up with your plaids, which I know loads of you will have picked up from the paper pads that we've brought you over the course of the last few weeks. Just looks beautiful, very classy that as well. And then you've got your sentiment of Let's Go Wild. You've then also got the wolf, which is called the Wilderness Voyager, wishing you a wild birthday. But as I say, again, colour that slightly differently. That's going to be loads of different dogs potentially. So as I say, I see my Molly Collie there. So if you wanted to colour that in black, white, and she's got a bit of tan as well, you could manipulate that to look more like a dog rather than a wolf if you want to do that. And then of course you've got the beauty in your Paradise Array with the stunning bird Fly High on your birthday. That is all of the new stamps and dies. You've got that in a bundle should you wish, but the majority of people are going for that showstopper where you get all of the extras. So you've got the 60 sheets of your multi-purpose card. You've got your aqua markers in there as well in the nature colours. And then you've got your glue tape pen included too. So all of that is an extra £10 and it should be nearly 40 or 55. And basically you get this home, you can get crafting straight away. It's just £44 or £54.40. And Karen says, sorry, Ben, it's not animal training. My boss named us tigers since we were medically trained women doing research with predominantly male physicians. Hey, maybe it was animal training, you say. Lol. And Pat says, it's hard to choose my favourite, but thinking about my family, it's going to have to be the stag and the owl. Here's a request. I mean, potentially. Is there a chance Leanne could do the owl as a snow owl?
Ooh.
You sounded like an owl then. Ooh. I would like to do that for my daughter, and I would not know where to begin, you say. We'll see what we can do for you. And Tracy says, I remember the arguments over the cereal toy. Not an argument you have to have nowadays, is it? Because they don't do it anymore. We're going to get back into it. So from our tiger to, are we getting all foxy now?
We're getting all foxy now, Ben. And I'm going to be using the glitter paints that we launched, launched in birthday.
Yes.
Because what I want you to be able to see is that these dyes will work with all of those fabulous new paint sets and inks that we brought out. If you've got your colour burst, colour creation powders, you know, that burst the colour out, then you'll be able to use those. If you have your glitter paints, you can use those. The 48 colour water palette, use that. And also the liquid watercolour inks that Shayna launched, you can use those too. So I'm going to start by creating a lovely kind of atmospheric background for the fox to go on with your glitter paints. I'm going to use the top of a hairspray can.
Oh, clever.
And just do a rough approximation of where I would like that sun/mystical moon in the centre there. And then we can start to colour. So I've already spritzed the palette with water, so I've enlivened it. And then what I'm going...
No?
Well, no.
Oh.
So whoever used this brush previously, I've got my finger out,
Is it
did not clean it.
Is it Sheena?
I don't know.
She's a bit of a mucky puff, isn't she?
Let's get rid of that, because I don't want purple in my moon, do I? Oh, do you ever feel like you just want to go home, Ben?
A lot.
Yeah. It's kind of how I'm feeling. No, I'm joking. Right, so then I'm going with a clean brush and some clean water. I'm going to put in some water in the centre of that sunshine there.
Yeah.
And that's just going to help the following colour that I add stick. Ignore the little purple circle in the centre, although I probably can't see it very much now. Then I'm going to use some of the lemonade that comes in our glitter palette. So I'm just mixing that up there, and then I'm going to paint that straight in. And what happens, because I've already put water on there, it starts to move very quickly because it's not grabbing to the card. And I think that's a very important thing to know when you're doing this kind of very loose colour wash and you want the glitter to move. So I just follow that round, clean my brush, go into the sunset colourway. There we go. And then we're going to take that around the outside a little bit. So we're just creating that appearance of a spherical shape by going a little bit darker. Clean my brush. And when I clean my brush, I always dab it on paper towel. And then I'm just going to, without any more water, just blend this colour in. So keep drying off my brush, using the water that's already on the card, bringing the colour in.
Yeah. Like
that, in ever decreasing circles. And that's what creates that kind of hotter side to the moon, lighter side to the moon, or the sun, whatever it's the sun, isn't it? Or it's a blood orange moon, which happens only once a year, I think, apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Patrick Moore over there. I feel like there's more moon events happening at the minute. I feel like, you know, what do they call them?
I think it's called a harvest moon.
Is it?
I think so. It's like at this time of year. I think so. I'm having to remember back to my days at school, which is it's a push. It's a long time ago.
Back in the day when they used to do knitting patterns on the back of cereal packets.
Exactly right. And you saved up all your cereal packets and you sent for it. And then you proceeded to knit your entire family of 4 children a matching Tony the Tiger jumper and take a photograph of them in a line. I was thrilled with mine.
Have you got a picture somewhere of that? Because
Linda will have one somewhere.
I would love to see that. I think as a kid I would have been thrilled to have had a Tony the Tiger jumper.
It was navy blue with a full Tony the Tiger face on the front. I mean, she's an exceptional knitter.
What's not to love about that?
It wasn't for me.
Oh.
It was good for the boys loved theirs. But, bearing in mind, they were probably 5 and 8, which would have made me 12 or 13.
Oh, so yeah, Tony the Tiger's not particularly cool at that age, is he? No. That's not great.
It wasn't great at all, no. It really was not.
Oh, wow. Nicola's just sent me a picture through of, wow. I mean, I'm going to have to show you this now because I don't quite understand the problem with this shirt here. So here we go. Is it?
That is exactly it.
That? Why? What's wrong with that?
That is. I think Linda still has the knitting pattern at home.
Could you make me one?
If she could transpose that tiger onto an adult pattern, she really could.
I would genuinely wear that.
Yeah.
That is so good. So good. Oh my goodness me.
Yeah. So can you imagine how thrilled I was as a 13-year-old adolescent?
Can please somebody with Photoshop skills transpose Leann's head onto that picture so we can get the
you can get the full vibe.
The full vibe.
The full feeling of the experience.
Oh my goodness me.
That was back in the day. That was when that's why you collected your Kellogg cereal packets.
I feel like there's not enough collecting of tokens and stuff nowadays where you can send off for random stuff. Bring it back.
My husband used to save up and get the Matchbox cars.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I remember when you used to fill up at the petrol station, you'd be able to collect. That was Tiger points as well, wasn't it? The SA Tiger, and you could amount of points you get, you could then exchange them for like tankards and wine glasses and things like that. Yeah, I always remember that.
Yeah. Also, one of my first jobs was in a Shell garage as part of like a YTS scheme.
Yeah.
And at that time in the Shell garage, you would get vouchers when you bought your fuel.
Yeah.
And you would save up for a whole dinner set. And it was like a full dinner set. So it was like dinner plates, tea plates, cups, casserole dishes, charger plates, all of the above.
How many vouchers did you need to get the full set? Yeah.
Like the lorry drivers, the truck drivers, they were always in, and they would come with a list, because they were filling up fuel a lot of the time, with what their wife was missing. And so there would be, okay, I'm trading in these vouchers now. Have I got enough for the quiche, for the flan dish?
Yeah. Or the gravy boat.
Or the gravy boat.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you're 2 vouchers short of a gravy boat. Come back next week. Honestly.
I love that.
That's what used to happen.
Bring back the days that you could fill up your car and come home with an armful of crockery as well as a full tank.
Exactly right.
Oh my goodness me.
That was what life was like in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
The good old days.
It was acceptable.
Are you using watercolour card? Asks Ali Scott.
I am using watercolour card, and I'm being very, very random. You can see that, I'm just letting them all. I'm using a lot of water and just letting it all mix in with each other, because what you get is that kind of aurora borealis, night sky interference. When you feel you want to retard it from going any further, dry it. So I'm just going to dry.
Love the tiger sweater, says PB Brewer Martin. You could make and sell those for millions.
Linda has got the pattern somewhere.
Well, are you Secret Santaing this year?
I am.
If you've got me, I'm just saying.
I don't. Otherwise, I would have done that for you.
Yes.
But I don't.
Man.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Anyone who's within earshot who might have me, speak to Leanne. I'd be very happy with that. I'm sure my mum still has the plates that had recipes on them from the petrol coupons, says Zoe Carver.
That was them. They all had a recipe on. So the dinner plates had like minced cobbler. The quiche dish had a quiche recipe.
And you get soup bowls, wouldn't you? With
yes.
The soup? Yes, I remember those.
Yes. They all had the recipe. They were like white and had like the fruits and vegetables and the recipes printed on.
Yes.
Yes, that was exactly them. Yeah. I was trading in them as a young girl in a Shell garage.
Debbie Brennan just says, 2 vouchers short of a gravy boat. I'm definitely using that today. You know that bloke over there? He's 2 vouchers short of a gravy boat, he is.
Honestly, it was so good. And sometimes, and I mean, it was a lot of years ago, right? So I can admit this now. I probably wouldn't have admitted to my employer those years ago. But a couple of times there was like, somebody would come in and they'd have all their vouchers and they would be counted into little piles, and they were coming in, they obviously wanted like a gift for their wife, do you know what I mean, or for a loved one or a friend or a mother, you know, it was for somebody, and they wanted to get them the full, obviously they were covered in the full dinner service, and they'd come in and they'd be like 5 vouchers short.
Yeah.
I used to just give them the dinner service.
No, you never did.
I did, yeah. Because I felt sorry. I was like, oh my word, they've been saving them, and they've come in with all of their vouchers and they're ready for the thing, and I couldn't be the person that went, no. So I used to just give them the vouchers. I was the most popular cashier person.
As we're fessing up now, I'll tell you something I used to do. So my first job was working in a spa shop in Brixham. And eventually when I got onto the tills, there was a discount button that you could, if you were staff, you'd get, I think it was a 15% discount. And at the time, it was when I just started playing men's cricket. I was about 15, 16, I was playing in this team with my dad. And then all the guys would come into the shop. And because I wanted to be one of the guys, every time they'd come in, I'd be like, if you do shopping with me, I'll give you a little cheeky discount. I always used to discount the cricket team. And they thought I was like the cool guy because they could come in. I didn't get fired, they never found out. Although they are finding out now, 30 years later. Yes, I'll get a bill from Spa now in the post. We also, says Janice Watson, had to eat copious amounts of Walker's crisps as they had tokens for animal posters.
They did. They did. We did that as well. Canny bag of Tudor. Honestly, it was so good. So many different things. Everything you bought, you could save up for it. Like you could off the jam jars. You could off like packets of the Roundtree's jelly. You could.
Oh yeah.
Butter. Do you know what I mean? Vitalite.
Whoa. Vitalite.
I'm revisiting all of the old adverts. Oh dear. Anyway, back to the Fox.
We've had a real trip down memory lane here the last 20 minutes,
haven't we?
Just
had a lovely time down memory lane. Do you know, I think that's what crafting does for you sometimes,
I think it
though,
does.
doesn't it? It just invokes lots of memories. So you can see there, 2 very different but equally fabulous. Yeah. And then what you're going to do is die cut a white fox and die cut a black fox, and then stamp your sentiment. You're going to put them alongside each other, so you've got your little drop shadow.
Very nice.
That's going to go onto your scene. Your little sentiment can go wherever you would like it to go. And once you've done that, you've got a really lovely little card creation to send to somebody. So that's using your glitter paints if you've got them home. You can equally do that with your aqua markers, your Harmony Water Reactive ink pads, your liquid watercolours, your 48 watercolour pan, your colour bloom powders. You know, you can use them whatever you want to do that background, but that was the glitter one, and I think that fox looks great on there, don't you, Ben?
Absolutely it does, and again you can then, as Leanne's shown you, kind of team up loads of items that you will have bought over birthday over recent times to work alongside these to create some fantastic projects. And I love the fact that we've seen, you know, 2 different ways to use these already, and the fact that Leanne obviously coloured in the tiger, but then used the black cardstock, the silhouette almost of the fox, and then just creating a beautiful background to show you other ways to be able to use these. Almost 15% of this showstopper's gone now, so is worthwhile checking out. We'll give you time to do that in just a second, but just to remind you again, look at all the different animals that you're going to be receiving. The prairie visitor, this tiger, I think is a standout for many of you. I've seen a lot of you mentioning, saying how much you love this one, particularly within the set. You've got Take a Walk on the Wild Side is the sentiment that comes with that. If you want to recreate Leanne's last project, you will need the Rural Visitor, which is that beautiful fox. And again, just check the sentiment out. It's so good. Happy birthday, Foxy. Did I say that aggressively? I didn't mean to. Happy birthday, Foxy. So you've got the fox. Then you've got that beautiful birdie as well, Hummingbird. Fly high on your birthday. If you are just joining us as well, no doubt we will go through some of the finished samples again in just a little while, because there's a beautiful home decor piece that one of our team made with the bird, which we can show you. There's that wolf. That one, if you're going individually, is called the Wilderness Voyager. Wishing you a wild birthday. And again, how good is that going to look? Just cut out in black, creating a beautiful background, almost like similar to one that Leanne's just made there. That's going to look absolutely great, just laid over the top as a little topper. There's your stag. This one is called the Mountain Roma, and again, classy project from earlier on. A couple of classy cards that we saw. One was a box actually, but just using like the tartan papers and your plaids to create some really great winter and Christmas projects. Stamp on that one is Let's Go Wild, and then lastly in the set is the really beautiful Wise Owl, which is called the Woodland Explorer. You've got that really fun sentiment below as well, saying have a hoot on your birthday. That's the new set of stamps. You can go for the stamps and dies. You can go for those individually. You can buy those as a bundle, but the majority of people are going for that showstopper. So you'll get everything I've just shown you there, plus loads of goodies which you'll use alongside that new collection. So your 60 sheets of card, A4 card. You've got your tape pen in there as well. So that's one of our original tape pens where you get the 72 feet, 22 meters of your tape. And then you've also got a set of our aqua markers as well. That is incredible value, because basically you're paying an extra £10 or dollars to get all of that, where you should be paying nearly £40 or $54. So that's why I think the majority of people have gone for that option. It's £54 or $54.40. But like I said, if you go on the Shop the Show page, you'll be able to pick and choose if you just want to pick individuals or just go for those new stamps and dies on their own. We are going to have a break. Let's give you the opportunity to get checked out. Also take this opportunity to fire in any comment and any questions you want to ask Leanne in the final hour of the show. We would love to hear from you. And remember, the more you comment, more chance you've got of winning a signed Leanne project at the end of the show. But get to the checkout. We will meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
Day-to-day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. dare I say it, a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobbymaker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
I'm great! I definitely want that. I think that'd be so, wouldn't it? He's so cool.
I wish I'd kept mine, you could have had it. It had probably grown that much and the washing out would fit you.
Yeah. That's exactly the kind of thing that my mum would have done when I was little. She used to like knit and like make all our clothes and stuff. Never appreciated her at the time.
Now, I have to say, to be fair to Linda,
yeah,
I did appreciate a lot because rah-rah skirts were all the fashion for a while, Ben. You won't know, I'm sure you didn't have one.
Funnily.
But when you bought a rah-rah skirt back in the late 70s, early 80s, on the high street, they had 3 tiers. And a rah-rah skirt is something that's above your knee and it's tiers.
Right.
Of skirt.
Yeah.
Linda, my mother, she made me one and mine had 5 tiers.
Whoa.
So she did well then.
Mm. You had the rah-rah of all rah-rah skirts.
I had the rah-rah skirt.
Mm. My mum, I talk about stuff I've always noticed, I feel so bad that I never wore it because I look at it now and just think like how amazing. So I'd always said to her I'd wanted, you know, like the jackets that like American football players would like used to wear in the 80s. I always said I wanted one of those like jackets. So she made me one in bright purple, funnily enough. And rather than it being like football themed, because I obviously played a few musical instruments, she'd put my initials in big letters across the front, and then she'd made this like violin to go on the back. So it's like massive, like sparkly violin with bow glittering. And I always remember she gave it to me, and I think I wore it once at a party and got teased by all of the other boys, and then I never wore it again. And it's still hanging up in my wardrobe at home. Shall I? I don't think I could get in it anymore, but next time I go home, when I go home at Christmas, I'll bring it in and I'll wear it as long as Leanne wears her Tony the Tiger.
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I bet you do somewhere. I bet you do.
No, I'm sorry, we don't.
No.
Don't have it
You
anymore.
sure?
No.
Welcome back, everybody. Vanessa's just joined us there. I've just got the showstopper and some other items that I needed to restock. Marvellous. The moon facts are amazing, says Tracy. I'm a Cancerian. And Cocoa Cookies says, is there a difference between the shimmer palettes and the glitter palettes?
Oh, yes. Loads of difference
Yeah.
between the shimmer palettes and the glitter palettes. So the shimmer palettes are a pigment with a very fine mica, naturally occurring mica, which gives it a shimmer. And the glitter palettes are a pigment with a large particle glitter in, which gives you much more of a high shine and light reflecting. It's like you've applied glitter and you haven't, you've painted it on. Very different.
Thank you for all the questions, everybody, and the comments. The one from Amanda Hubbard, who says, Leanne, your paintings are just like illustrations from a child's book.
Oh,
Very, very good, is our Leanne. Right, so we've seen Foxy, we've seen Tiger, the cheetah.
Yeah.
Who are we going to look at next?
Wolfie.
Wolfman.
Wolfie is coming out to play. I'm very excited about that. So we're going to make this.
Oh, wow.
Which I love. So we're going to colour
do.
Wolfie, and then we're going to have a look at how to use the waist as a mask.
Okay.
So that you can learn how to do that. We cut the mask, didn't we, from the tiger earlier. So I want to show you how that would work. I've also used the brand new set of nesting circles, and I've just cut myself from scrap white card a circle, which is going to give me the space for a moon. Okay, so let's do that first to create the background. So I'm going to use my stick and spray. That's why I had the black card in here, so I didn't mucky up the desk, and give that a little blast at the back there. So that can just be any kind of stencil temporary adhesive that you want on there. And honestly, sometimes just some water does it. If you haven't got any of the sprays, you can just put a little bit of water on the back and put it down, and as long as it doesn't dry out, you can get an approximation of what you need. Pop that down so that we can remove that in a second, and then we're going to go in with our ink pad, and I'm using our Duet and Midnight Rose.
Okay.
Now I am going to grab a brush. Oh, just right. Okay, yes, there. Okay, grab a brush, because I'm going to smooth it out, but I'm going to go straight in with the ink pad because I want maximum ink for that lovely midnight bloom landscape. Now, if you've not seen colour bloom before, I'm sure many of you have, this goes down as one colour and then another colour releases itself from it when you add water.
Are these the original colour blooms?
These are the original.
Right, okay.
Yes. So it hasn't got the shimmer in it.
No.
I mean, you could, if you've got the shimmer ones in birthday week, it would look incredible, I have to say.
We've got those on the show if you want the shimmery ones.
Yeah, that would look amazing. It really would. So I'm just getting maximum colour down there. You can see I've done that. And then I'm going to dry it.
Okay.
But before I do, I just want to spread the colour a little bit more. And you don't have to be too precise with it. But look, I just want it to soften where I can see that I've gone in with the ink pad. And just do that with a brush. Okay. So colour straight direct. That's called swinking, if you're wondering.
Swinking?
Swinking, because you're swiping your ink. So when you put your ink pad straight to your card, it's called a swink.
Well, there you go.
And then I'm going to dry it. And actually, before I dry it, I'm going to take my little masked moon off, because I don't want it to be stuck in place. Okay.
I did a lot of knitting, said Sharon. I made my daughter a My Little Pony cardigan and my son a Turtles jumper.
Oh, yes.
The jumpers stretched each wash, but they love them. I love that. And this is brilliant, Tracy. My dinner set was saved from Gateway supermarket vouchers. Remember Gateway?
I do remember Gateway.
She says we still use them today, 32 years later.
Fantastic.
We've still got some bowls that we bought at Woolworths. Remember when Woolworths closed down all those years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, they had like a closing down sale. We got some bowls that we bought from there, but...
Do you know, I'm just thinking, I think I might still have the flan dish from the Shell garage.
Shell?
I think I might still have the flan dish from the Shell garage.
I'm sure, because I'm sure my mum's got some of those, because it's soup bowls that are sticking in my head for some reason.
Oh, this is the shimmer one, Ben.
Oh, I was going to say.
Do you know, I was looking at it there, and I'm thinking, oh, it's already shining. Why is that? Because it's got the shimmer in. This is Colour Bloom with shimmer I'm using. That looks lovely.
And the good timed question from Rose, just asking the difference between the original duet Colour Blooms and the shimmer. So you still get the two colours, don't you?
You still get the two colours, yes. It still blooms another colour, but you get like a pearlescent shimmer all the way through it. Okay, so now I'm just going to I've dried it. I would actually dry it some more at home because you get more of a bloom of colour the longer you leave it to dry.
Right.
Okay, so it really needs to be bone dry to get that impactful change of colour.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit damp still, you don't get the release. So you want it to be really dry. But I'm just going to pop some little sprinkles of water on here to create that ambience in the background. And then I'm just going to let it do its thing, because what you'll see is those little pieces then become more of like a pinky rose colour. And you might not be able to quite see it there as it's happening, but if I bring this in, can you see the difference?
Yes.
So you see the bloom of the pinky rose, and then you get little bits of that bright blue blooming out as well, which you can see there. You can see all these little pinky bits starting to appear. The longer you leave that, the more intense that will be, because that's the colour blooming out. Now, what I would also do to get this kind of ethereal around the moon is just use a spritzer.
Okay.
So just go in with your spritzer and dry it.
So you just ever so slightly just angled that in, haven't you, to spray it across?
About 45 degrees to be non-precise. But yes, just angled it slightly and then dry, and then it stops to keep moving. So you see it's released the blue, the bright blue, but it's also releasing the little pink spits here, and this creates you a beautiful, beautiful kind of ethereal moon feel, doesn't it? And that's just by masking it off. It's got that gorgeous shimmer in there anyway. Which
so
is like
what was that colour that you used there then?
This one is Midnight Rose.
Right, okay. So there's 6 within the Colour Bloom shimmers. They are on the show. I can show you all of the different colours at the end of the demo maybe. Bottom of your screen if you want them though. So
look, can you see the shimmer there?
Oh yeah, you can now.
You can see the shimmer.
Woo!
I'm just good there it is.
That's
you can
such
see
a cool effect with the colour drifting across the moon. I love that.
Isn't it? It's really lovely. And it's just by spritzing, I mean, that's just by spritzing water. And you can see that the colours are now moved into like that navy and that lovely pink, like an aurora borealis in the background. And then just to give it a final bit of fabulousness, I'm going to get my shimmer watercolours out now, and I'm going to use the lightest colour. Could have woken this up a little bit more in advance, but anyway, I've added a little bit of clean water on there, and then you can see I'm just manipulating it with my paintbrush to get that shimmer activated. And then that's just going to be tapped right across.
Anne says, I think Leanne just made up that word.
What's that?
Swinking.
No, it's true.
True word.
It's a true. I don't know if it exists in the Collins Dictionary or the Oxford Dictionary.
Oh, but it is a genuine technical term.
But it's a genuine crafting term.
Right.
A genuine crafting term, swinking. I mean, I don't think Porky Tool's in the Oxford English Dictionary either.
No, probably isn't, is it?
So, you know, I mean, yeah. Right. And then dry that. And then you get some lovely little stars in the background. Look how they shine for you.
And everything you do.
Okay, so that's the background ready to put the wolf on, and I'm really happy with how that's turned out. And then I want to do my silhouette. So what I'm going to do now is cut the wolf die.
Yeah.
Let me just grab that. Sorry, trying to go as fast as I can here for you guys so I can show you maximum silhouettage. It's a technical term.
That's definitely a made-up word.
As ever. And I'm going to cut that out of this piece of white card. So that can go there. Rest of the plates can go on top
Rachel's just sent me a picture of the dictionary. Swink.
Yes.
Definition and meaning. Not what you think though. To work under difficult conditions or for long hours.
Oh, well, we know what swinking is over here. We swink in many different ways at Crafters TV.
Yes.
We're swinking every day.
Yes,
That's what we're doing.
We are a bunch of swinkers.
We are a bunch of swinkers over here. That's exactly what we are. Swink this way. Yeah. That's what that is.
I've always said that about you over there. What a swinker.
You swinker.
Oh, dear.
You little swinker, you. I love it.
Thank you, Rachel.
Right, so I was Michael Jackson there. Don't know if you heard. Right, so I've got a piece of watercolour card on the bottom here, and then here is my waste from cutting out the wolf.
Yes.
The aperture.
Yeah.
So then the aperture goes down onto your cardstock, and I've used the mask spray, stick and spray, repositionable adhesive again. Again, a little bit of water and a very, very tiny fly's eyelash of tacky glue and loads of water won't help you do this if you don't have that spray. And then I'm going to swink again. Swinking it just a little bit. And I'm going straight in. Same colour.
Same colour, okay.
Same colour. And you see I'm just filling it in, and I want maximum colour.
Pat says, I love the technique Leann is using on the paper with this moon. Have to definitely save this show because I think this would also be wonderful to use with the Cosmic Collection.
I agree.
Would.
Hugely agree.
Oh dear, I can't get that word out of my mind now.
Well, I'm pleased I've done that for you today, Ben.
It's always an education when you're in.
Feel like I've delivered. Right, so now I'm going to remove the mask.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Which will leave the approximation of Wolfie. And then I'm going to dry him. Remember, the colours release much better when it's very, very dry.
So we dry this to the point of bone dryness.
Bone dry.
Okay. Amanda's just said, still loads of chat about collecting stuff. We were lucky, you say, as my dad was a director of a chain of petrol stations, so we got complete sets of everything.
I love that.
Yeah. They used to do coins as well, I seem to remember. Whenever there was like a football World Cup or something on, you collect all the different coins and stuff. When it was fun to go to the petrol station, eh?
I mean, who knew? Who knew my first foray into the world of work at 16 would create such a fabulous chattable topic. Right, so you would go drier than this, but can I just show you? I know these are on the show, so I just want to show you. Look at the pearlescence.
Oh, yes.
Look how fabulous that is. The pearlescence. So that's bone dry now, but look how it catches the light.
Incredible.
That's what we mean about colour bloom with shimmer. So then what I'm going to do is just splash on some little bits, and that will release the pink colour. I'll just leave it there for now. You can put on more if you want to. But then what you can do is go and spray, and again, just angle. And you see how it blooms out and creates that lovely ethereal feel around. And just stop there and then dry. So you need your heat gun again. And I've gone a little bit more there than the original one. It's up to you. It's your wolf.
It is your wolf.
You do with it as you like.
Exactly.
Okay. So
beautiful.
that's dried there. And then what I've got now is the wolf die cut in white. So this is the one where I cut out. Come out.
Oh.
There we go. I cut out for the aperture. This is what I actually cut out, and then I used the aperture to create that background piece.
Yeah.
Now we're going to colour him in. So this is what I was doing earlier with the tiger, but we had to get some new markers because our markers in the studio have been in the studio for a long time.
Yes.
And we need some new ones. So I've got here my tri brush. and I've got two. I've got Tri Brush and Tri Extend, but we'll just go with the lighter colour, and I'm going to work from his muzzle out because you preserve your highlight. So I'm going to flick the colour with the brush marker into the centre of the wolf, and I'll go with the lightest colour first, and then I'll move to the middle.
And this is just on our standard card, is it?
This is on the card that comes in the pack.
Yes.
So which isn't
No.
strictly, traditionally alcohol marker card.
No.
Because it's a little bit more porous. However, you can absolutely colour onto it.
Yeah.
Because they're just small pieces, they're not really going to wick a lot of ink out of your pen.
But for best results with alcohol markers, we should be on Nina.
Nina.
Yeah.
Or our premium alcohol marker card.
Yes.
Which is in the pad.
Well done, Kirsty D. Says, good afternoon. I've just got home from work to find a nice parcel from CC. My Fairy Glade collection has arrived. Also, I love my free gift. What did you get? Jinx, Nicola. And Deb says, wow, such neat outlines.
So this is the blender marker from Illustrators, and if I've just got a little bit of colour in some places and I want to soften the edges, I just use the blender to do that, because it doesn't blend, it deletes. So what that's doing is softening the colour into a kind of a little diffusion, if you like. And then what I'm going to do is just continue that in the opposite direction. So we'll come this way and we'll just flick some colour in.
And that's where these like brush markers come into their own, isn't it? With,
Yes.
with animals and fur.
Yes, absolutely they do. And you can see, actually, I'm not being very careful with this at all. I'm just getting, you know, colour on there. And then when we move it, you see it still does start to look fabulous. And it's because we've got dark at this side and dark at this side and we're brushing in, so it gives that 3D effect to the wolf without you having to do very much at all. And you just layer up the 3 different colours that you've got in your marker to do that, or you could just pick 3. You know, you can pick 3 if you want to. Do the tips of his ears, and then we'll have a little bit of a darker colour coming up here from the base of the ear. There we go. Blend that out.
And again, like you said earlier on, if you are someone who wants some sort of hints and tips as far as colouring is concerned, obviously if you've got the Academy of Colour, you've got all of that tuition there, but get onto our YouTube page, subscribe there. There's loads of shows that we've done over the years, you know, with colouring. Colour Me Happy shows will be your friend there, where we've done shows on watercolour, we've done, 2-hour shows on colouring with your alcohol markers, so there's plenty of information out there.
Absolutely.
And the shows go right back to day dot as well, don't they? It's not
They
like,
do.
just this year. You've got shows upon shows upon shows with all of our amazing experts. So you'll pick up loads of great hints and tips from all of the guys.
So you'll continue colouring the wolf in. He's almost complete anyway. And you'll just start, keep layering your colours and putting a little bit more darker highlight in where you would like it, maybe down the middle here. Keep layering up the colour till you are happy with it. And then when you're happy, what you're going to do is a little drop shadow, and the drop shadow is just by cutting them out again in black and then positioning it slightly down to the left, down to the right, and then it gives you that kind of 3D effect. That will go over the top of your moon. So he's howling at the moon. There we go. Ooh. It's like Teen Wolf. And then when you've got your little stepper card, you can use your additional piece that you've created with the silhouette and create that kind of thing there. So that's colouring the wolf, creating the background and using the waist to make a pretty little mask, which then can be assembled as a project.
I think that might be my fave so far. I really like that. What's your favourite home? Let us know. Which is your favourite project? Remember...
I'm going to give this one away.
Oh, I was just about to say which one we're going to give away. So you've beat me to it. So the wolf is going to give away.
Yeah.
We're going to give that away. Yes, Leanne is going to sign that wolf make. So if you want to win it, all you got to do is just comment away. And as I said yesterday, you know what? Once these are signed by our guys, the value Just saying. I mean, not that you would, because you obviously want to keep it and treasure it, but wowee. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. You guys are loving this collection. I'll just remind you of all the different animals that you're going to get within this set. We've done 3 so far. We've still got 45 minutes, so I think there is a definite chance that you'll be able to see the other 3 within the set. But the 3 that we have covered off so far, and of course you can go back and watch the show in full. But the first demo Leann did was with our prairie visitor, who is the tiger, burning bright. Take a walk on the wild side. We've also seen there, foxy, boom, 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 boom. The fox, which is the, making myself laugh, which is the rural visitor. That comes with your sentiment, which is happy birthday, Foxy. And then the beautiful wilderness voyager. I think all of the makes so far have been exceptional, but I love the fact that Leann there has shown you how to obviously die cut this, use your die cut, but then use the waste, you know, to use that as part of your project as well, which is just brilliant. The 3 that we are still to see in demo form is the mountain roamer. I know a lot of people will be loving that one, potentially if you're shopping for these individually. I think that one will be a popular one. The deers, the stags that we do always tend to be quite popular. I think you can use those for lots of different types of projects and different cards, home decor pieces. That one comes with the stamp Let's Go Wild. Then you've got your Woodland Explorer, which is that beautiful owl, have a hoot on your birthday. And then lastly is that stunning bird, the Paradise Array, comes with the sentiment fly high on your birthday. All of those are the brand new stamps and dies. Showstopper gets you the cards, so 60 sheets of our card stock with the tape pen and 12 of our aqua markers. You should pay an extra £40, 54 bucks for these. You're paying 10 within the Showstopper. That is definitely the way to be shopping. If you want to go individually or just get the new stamps and dies on their own, you can. And if you want to be able to recreate what Leann just did in the last demo, you will need the Duet Colour Bloom Shimmer ink pads. So these were the next step on from the original Colour Bloom. So those obviously brought you the 2 different colours. These do that, as Leann's shown you. You lay that one colour down, make sure you're drying it till it's bone dry, then you're applying your water, then you're going to get that secondary colour, but also with these you get that gorgeous shimmer effect as well. So you're going to get the 6 different colours within this set. Midnight Rose is what we saw, but you're also going to get your Mountain Meadow, the Fruit Pie, love that name, Fruit Pie. Neptune, your Sun Goddess, and your Arctic Flower. And again, these have all been designed in that new teardrop design, so it makes it nice and easy for you to take these straight to your cardstock. And if you do have any sort of nooks and crannies you need to get into as well, you have got that teardrop end to make it nice and easy for you to do that. And also, they fit rather nicely into your hand as well. They're ergonomically designed for you. All 6 of those you're going to get in that bundle there. The price just £36 or $47.20 if you want to add those into your basket. Those are on the Shop the Show page. Right, we are going to go straight into another demo. 3 animals down, 3 to go. I've got a funny feeling next we are going to see the deer.
We are. We're going to see the stag.
The stag.
So what I've done is taken the die and I've cut him from a piece of black and a piece of white cardstock already, because you don't need to see me putting it through the die. You want to see how you do the lovely backgrounds and display. I think you do anyway.
Yes,
Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Right, so what I've got here are our...
what?
Colour Creations powders. Yes,
yep.
Colour Creations powders. And I'm just going to use a tiny bit. And the colours I'm using are Ocean Wave, Alien Purple and Dark Shadow.
Okay.
Dark Shadow with extreme caution.
What?
Extreme. I feel like I need to go, haruga, haruga. It's a warning.
Right.
Like vehicle reversing.
Oh.
You know when you hear that, warning, vehicle reversing. It should be like, warning, dark shadow, extreme caution. Because...
Do that again, I really enjoyed that voice.
Did you? Did you? Warning, dark shadow, extreme caution.
I want that as my new text tone on my phone, please.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
Yeah. Anyway, yes.
Because it will overwhelm everything else.
Ah.
Okay, so extreme caution.
Extreme caution.
So I'm going in with the Alien Purple.
Yeah.
And you'll have seen when you watched in Birthday, the tiny bits.
Minute.
Minute. That might be a bit more maxute.
Maxute. That's definitely not a word. Rachel's now off to the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah.
Maxute.
There we go. And then, warning. Extreme caution.
Ooga, ooga.
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 That's him. That's all he's having. 3 crystals. Right.
Yes.
And then you're going to use your spritzer. And you get a different effect whether you go close or whether you go high. So I'm just going to start somewhere in the middle. And when we spritz, it immediately all comes to life. How incredible is that, isn't it? It's fabulous. And the more you spritz, the more, you see, if you go closer, you get a big, old a thing of colour. If you keep it further away, you get this more speckled look. So it just depends on what you want to achieve. When you're happy with it, stop and dry.
Really loving this collection, says Teresa. You love the versatility. And thanks to Kirsty, you said my free gift was some rose gold collection holographic foil. It's rather nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We've got about 40 minutes. Any more questions you want to ask Leann, please fire those in. Remember, we're giving away that wolf card at the end of the show, signed by Chivs herself. Just as you're drying this, will you dry all of those sort of little puddles, or will you eventually sort of dab those away?
Yeah, off the side of the card.
Yeah.
Yes. Or on the card.
No, on the card.
Oh, well, you can do either.
Oh, okay.
So I'm drying them, but you can dab them off if you want to. It's entirely up to you. You'll get a different look and feel, but you can do as you would like.
Yeah.
So I'm just drying. Can you see the 3 crystals of the dark shadow? They are, you see, any more of that would have completely overwhelmed all of those colours. So extreme caution with that. I'm feeling I need a little bit more purple in here.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going in again. A bit more purple.
So once again with these, as long as we're bone dry, we can then reapply.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to affect the layer beneath though again, is it?
The water is, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why you would go in with your heat gun straight away.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you can use your
dabber. What I love about this technique is it's so imprecise, isn't it? You're going to get such a unique look each and every time.
Yeah. It looks like you've spent hours layering up colours.
Exactly right.
For the perfect effect, for the perfect result. And you've took seconds and you've been entirely random.
Pretend that you've taken hours, you know, when you give it to somebody.
You'll say, oh, I layered every single one of those colours in a layer and dried it. I'm an artist, darling. Exactly right. Right, so when you've done that and you're ready, you can do some matting and layering. And you know,
oh wow,
they'll always be different. So a little bit more of the black there, but you know, there we go. You do you, hun. We've got some black and blue layered there. We'll put that on top, which will be great. And then with some 3D glue gel up your Stag. And I love the white on there. I think a silhouette isn't traditionally white, is it?
No.
It's black usually, but using the white, I think it looks great.
It does work.
Use your sentiment and then put it all together and there you go. Couldn't be easier. So easy to make an impactful card with these dies and so different. I think a masculine card's easy with these as well, I think, Ben.
Absolutely, and that is another great point, isn't it? Think about all the different animals that you can use here to make those masculine projects. Something that we've been chatting about quite a lot this week, haven't we? We had our masterclass with the masculine make, so this is another set, certainly, that you'll be able to use for those projects. Carolyn just says, no surprise that the tiger is my favourite, but I can think of different people that would appreciate each animal. This, you say, is a wonderful collection. Well, thank you for those lovely positive comments. And Pat Demarest says, I've just realised I've already got the duet ink pads. I cannot wait to play with those colours. Thank you for the extra tips also. That's what we're here for the tips, the inspiration, the ideas, and also to remind you that you might have these products already. You may well have just forgotten, which is easy to do because I know you guys love to order from us. So it's nice that we can go, oh, Pat, you've already got these, get them out. We are going to take a short break right now. So give you the opportunity to grab your goodies. Showstopper heading towards 20% of the stock gone. Very busy for this. And as I said, if you do just want to sort of pick and choose the different animals, we've got those available for you individually. And of course, the new stamps and dies just as the bundle without the Showstopper element. So all of those options available for you. Let's get to a break. When we come back, we are going to squeeze in, I guess, the two final final animals that we've not yet had a look at. We're going to give away Leann's sign card as well, so get a comment in, get a question in, and we'll do all of that in the final half an hour, but we'll see you back here in about 4 minutes.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Welcome back, everybody. Half an hour left on the show. It's flown over, this show, isn't it? Which hopefully means that we're having a great time. Well, I mean, we're having a great time. Hopefully you are too. In the last half hour, fire in those comments anything that you want to see particularly. I'm sure Leann will be happy to cut any of the dies, do a bit of colouring for you if there's anything that you do want to see in particular. Janice has just said, Janice Watson, I've had my Duet ink pads for about 6 months, but I've never used them. Thank you, Leann. I am now sat here playing and experimenting. And again, you know, if this show has given you a bit of a nudge to get some of those bits and pieces out that you bought a while back that you've not used, then again, we are doing a great thing. As I said, last half hour, chances to get your comments and questions in. We will be giving away that card that Leanne made with the wolf at the end of the show, signed as well, don't forget. So it is just worth saying a little hello. Carol's just telling me that she's ordered this one. She says, yep, consider this one ordered. And as I say, you've got the opportunity to either go for that showstopper best value for money, where you get everything plus the extra cardstock, the aqua markers and that tape pen, or you can just pick and choose. If you just want the new stamps and dies on their own, there is a bundle available for you on the Shop the Show, but for an extra tenner, you're going to get all of that cardstock, all of those aqua markers, and you are going to get the tape pen as well. So £44 or $54.40 is the price for all of that. And also don't forget, we're back tonight. Leanne is in for this show, obviously, but Debbie Fisher will be back later on for our craft along, which is all things sparkly at 5 o'clock tonight, live at 5. That is midday Eastern. We are also pre-recording a craft along for the Fairy Glade in between times, which I believe will be shown over the weekend, because you guys know, don't you, that we're now doing pre-recorded shows on Saturdays and Sundays craft along. So that one will feature at some point this weekend. I believe just before we go back to Leanne, there is a picture, so let's have a look at this. I don't know what it is of. Yes! Yes!
Who's done that? That's so fabulous. Liam.
Liam!
You little tinker.
That's brilliant. That's made my day. Please, can that be your new
Profile
picture?
No.
Liam, can you do me? Because I would definitely put that as my profile picture.
Would you?
I
Honestly,
would.
that is what I looked like. Except 47 years younger, or whatever it was.
You look like, with that on, that you should be hosting some kind of like 80s art TV
like swap
show.
shop.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You absolutely suit that. I love it.
Thanks.
That's
I didn't as a 12-year-old girl.
No.
Great.
Oh my goodness me. Favourite thing of the day so far. I can understand why you didn't want to show us that in advance. Normally we get to see the pictures before they go up. I was thinking, what are they going to show here? That was the reason why we didn't get to see it. Ah, dear. We're going to go back to Leanne. Quick question. Slightly unrelated, this one, but as I say, but if Leanne's here, you know, may as well ask her. She says, this is Crafty Angie, I made some fans using Colour Your World paper. I stenciled over the paper using quick dry ink. If someone touches it with wet hands, will the ink come off?
No.
No.
With wet hands. How wet? Why would they have wet hands?
Yes.
What have you made?
She's made fans with the Colour Your World paper.
Why would you have a wet hand? Are you thinking you've been to the bathroom, washed your hands, shook them rather than put them under the dryer, touched the fan? Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
What a great,
test it.
Strange question. I really enjoyed that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully that helps, Angie. Any more questions, fire them in. We have got 28 minutes. Are we doing the owl next?
We're going to do some hummingbirds.
Oh, hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds.
Good-o.
Do you know, because I love this dimensional effect where they look like they're flying on a little piece, little piece of acetate.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's using those fantastic marble foiled papers from Birthday.
Ah, yes.
Which I've no doubt, the pearlescent ones, which I've no doubt you've got at home, because why wouldn't you? They were glorious. So I wanted to just show you how you can do the little hummingbirds as a little boinger, Ben.
Little boinger.
A little boinger.
Yeah.
So I have cut out the hummingbird in white cardstock, and I've done that just on the white card that comes in the showstopper. Or is that a showstopper or a multi-bag?
Showstopper.
The showstopper.
Yeah.
So it comes in the same, it's on that cardstock.
Yeah.
So, you know, just a white one. And then we're going to colour this in. And I'm using, again, my illustrators. You could do this in watercolour card and watercolour them in a very similar way. I think you've got watercolour markers over there. So I'm going to flick in a little bit of the colour from the edge of the wing. And I'm wanting to ombre this, so I'm just going with a little bit with the tip. And then after that, I would then go with the next colour. So I'm going to go with a turquoise and ombre between the two. You could use your tri-colour markers that we launched a year ago on birthday, actually. You could use those because they've got the 3 different colours already.
That's a good idea, actually, yes.
Planned in there for you, have in there. And then I'm using a very light colour and I'm bringing that out even further. And that's the wing. So I'm just ombreing the 3 there.
Lots of love for the picture, by the way. Oh, Liam's now doing one for me. Marvellous news. Marvellous news.
Dear. I mean, it's such fun. Such fun.
Such fun, Miranda.
And then I think I'm going to use, I want a really pale, let's go this colour.
Love this hummingbird, says Altia. It's, again, another dye that's going to work perfectly across a whole host of collections that you might already have. Really will work into those.
Yes, I completely agree with that, Ben. I think that's one of the absolutely fabulous things about this. It's that, you know, you can use these with lots of different collections that you've already got at home. So I'm going to use this green now, and this is going to be the main colour of the body, but that's going to transition into the wing. So you see I'm going from the body into the wing when I do this, and that's so I don't overwhelm the colour. And then I take the pale colour that I've just used and blend that back in the opposite direction. And you get that transition. You see I've got a transition there from a purple through a blue, through a purple, through a turquoise, through a pale blue, through a peach into a green. Yeah. So, you know, you can start to use lots of different colours, of course. And then the main body is going to be in this green. So I'm just going to get some of this colour down. I'll do the tail in the same way as I did the wing. And I'm going to get the green everywhere other than the beak.
Hi to Janelle, who's just joined us saying, just woke up, so I'm coming in late to the party, but I love the hummingbird. We'll show you all the other different animals as well before the end of the show, so you can see exactly what you're getting. PB Brewer Martin says, I so love and appreciate the weekend recorded classes. Yeah, they're normally at 5 o'clock UK time, I think, aren't they, on a Saturday and a Sunday? That's midday Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific. And Sue King says, pictures knitted on jumpers were all the rage in the 1980s.
They were.
I want this. My mum hand knitted Mr. T from the A-Team on the front of a grey jumper for our son, who is the same age as Ben. I would love a Mr. T knitted jumper.
You would, wouldn't you? That is what you would call right up your Strava.
I'm currently re-watching all of the episodes of the A-Team on Legend TV.
Of the 80s?
A-Team.
The A-Team, but from
the original show. It's on every night at 7 o'clock, and it's just brilliant.
Pity the fool.
Shut up, fool! I ain't getting on no plane.
I ain't getting on no plane. Honestly, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
What
it was
a show.
Absolutely, what a show.
Every time I put it on, I get double eye rolled now from my wife and my daughter, who then leave the room and go and watch TV elsewhere. Don't appreciate the classics, you see. Don't appreciate the classics.
I mean, I think it's incredible. I loved it. I loved the A-Team as a young person growing up. I also loved Manimal.
Oh, Manimal was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was the guy, he was like Speed of the Puma.
And then he just turned into the animal.
Then turned into a hawk as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and fly everywhere. Yeah, it was amazing. Manimal. I loved Manimal. I loved The Invisible Man.
Oh, I don't remember. Well, I mean, I knew of that, but didn't realise that.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider was great.
Loved Knight Rider.
Do you remember the bike version of that they did called Street Hawk?
Yes, that was fantastic. I can't remember what it was called. I wonder if it was called Beauty and the Beast.
It was!
With Ron Perlman.
With Ron Perlman and Linda, the lady from the Terminator.
From the Terminator. Linda, whose name I can't remember, Linda. Oh. You know Linda.
Good old Linda.
Linda.
Yes, that was so cool, that show.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
He lived beneath the sewers, didn't he?
He lived beneath, yes, New York. Exactly. Ron Perlman, fantastic actor. Loved that too. Some of the shows, but I loved Blake 7.
Oh, yeah.
Logan's Run.
Oh, so more sort of sci-fi.
I love a bit of sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved T.J. Hooker. Do you remember that?
Yes.
William Shatner.
Yes.
And then what was the other one I used to love? They're Chips.
Oh, you can't go past a bit of chips.
Ponch and was it John and Ponch?
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch was a brilliant show. I mean, you just can't beat these old shows.
You cannot.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes
Just
of
the
Hazzard,
good
brilliant.
old boys.
Good old boy. Dukes of Hazzard, one of my favourites. Absolutely incredible. Loved it. Right, there we go. So once you've applied all of your colour, that's what your Hummingbird's going to look like. And you see, it just depends on how you apply your colours, whether you use brighter colours or darker colours. Entirely up to you. They're your Hummingbirds. And then all you're going to do is take a piece of acetate. I'm going to put this here, so I'm hoping you can see it. Yeah, you can. Fold it into the shape of a wide U.
Yep.
And then on the base of one of the U's, on the back of one of the U's, a bit of glue. And then that goes on the back of your Hummingbird. And then that the back of the other side of the U goes onto your project. And so if we put a third one into our card here, so this is just a diorama card. You can see you've made diorama cards before using the marble paper framed, and then all you would do is decide where you would like it to be. This one's going to be flying out of the frame. Stick that down there and you've got your little boingers, but you can't see
Cover up the boing.
how the acetate is almost imperceptible, so it does look like they're actually coming off or out of the card. It's absolutely great to be able to do those.
It's very, very cool. And again, another different way to be able to use these brand new stamps and dies. Tracy just says, flying hummingbirds are breathtaking. And Janice says, oh my days, you are reliving my childhood.
I just forgot, Ben, actually. I did cut it also from mirror card, and I drop shadowed it.
Okay.
So you can see the difference here. This one's got mirror card, drop shadow. This one hasn't.
Yes.
So it's up to you. Do you want authentic or not? You choose. It's your Hummingbird. But I did originally use the mirror card. Up to you.
I will show you the dies in just a second. Just a quick question, again, slightly unrelated, but it's fine. From Amanda Hubbard. Says, Leanne, I need your help urgently.
Okay. I'm the girl for you.
I love this question. She says, why have I ordered a pot of gesso? Someone on Crafters said that they use this, so I bought some, but what is it for? I can't remember.
Right.
Aha.
If you've got your gesso and you want to paint on something that is not card or white, and you want to put some lovely colour like black or something like that, you would gesso first, and that gives you a base to apply your watercolour. So this wood panel gessoed before all of the dark ink applied, and that means that the dark ink has a bright white surface underneath, so you get the true reflection of the ink. It's not muted by the wood. Similarly, with your Duet ink pads and your Duet shimmer, you can gesso your white watercolour cardstock. And what you get is, if you don't gesso it, you get a more pronounced release of the two colours. If you do gesso it, you get a smoother blend of colour. So it's great for priming anything that you are going to add a watercolour medium to.
Excellent. That's why you bought it, Amanda. So have fun using that. Thank you for all the lovely comments, everybody. We've got about 15 minutes. Oh, we've got another picture to look at. Yes. I feel like my shoulders have shrunk a little bit there.
I love that so much. I mean, I feel your torso is rather like my torso right there. I feel we're sharing a torso.
There's another one coming.
There's another one.
Yeah. Oh, yes! That's the jumper I want!
I love it so much.
Good.
So good. So good.
My goodness.
I mean, I know we're pushing the bounds now, really, and Liam, you need to get on with with your day job, Pep. But I'd really like to see me and Ben side by side with the Tony the Tigers.
Yes. side by side.
Because then you'll get a feeling for what the Craggs family looked like.
Yes.
Me, Roland, Ryan and Marielle, all four of us in the Tony the Tigers.
Yeah, and also in the picture, can we have please some of the crockery from from the petrol station that we had back in the day? That would be marvellous. Good luck, Liam. Gorgeous, Leanne, says Crystal. Love the acetate riser tip, says PB Brewer Martin. There's loads of lovely comments flying through. We're just going to quickly, I'll show you again all of the different characters that you're going to get with the, lots of people loving the pictures, with the brand new outline stamp and dies. So there's the owl. This is called, so if you want these individually, that's the Woodland Explorer. Have a hoot on your birthday is the sentiment that you're going to be getting with that one. And again, they all tie in brilliantly. That's the beautiful hummingbird that you've just seen. So that one is called Paradise Array. Fly high. It's your birthday. So if you want to be able to recreate the last project, that's the one you need to go for. Then we've seen that beautiful stag, haven't we already today? That one's called the Mountain Roamer. Let's Go Wild is your sentiment with that one. The beautiful wolf, so that one, Leanne, made that fantastic card with a little bit earlier, and that's the one you could be winning if you've commented, or if you do comment in the next 5 or 10 minutes, wishing you a wild birthday. Love the fox, Foxy Fox. The rural visitor, that one's called if you want to go for that one individually. And again, really great demo on that earlier of just creating a beautiful background and then cutting that one out in black to create that fantastic silhouette. And then just, I think, the most exceptional die, the Prairie Visitor, is our tiger / lioness / cheetah / leopard, whatever you want it to be. Take a walk on the wild side is your sentiment there. That is all included in the bundle. Showstopper, of course, is all those added extras. So your cardstock, your aqua pens, 12 of those you're going to get in the nature selection, and you've got one of our original tape pens included. That should be an extra £39, 54 bucks. It's £10 or $10 if you go for the Showstopper. Love both the pictures, says Lois, and Charlotte Clark on YouTube says, hello all. I have been having so much fun listening to Leanne and Ben that I forgot to comment. Well, glad that you did finally comment, but I'm glad you've been having lots of fun. Sharon Maynard says, 5 laughing emoji faces, great pictures. I've loved Leanne's demos, thank you. And Jackie says, I'm so glad somebody asked about the gesso. I put it on my shopping list and, oh, I see what you mean. You put it on your shop, I thought you meant you gessoed your shopping list. I put it on my shopping list. Ben. Sorry. And also, I didn't remember why. Thank you so very much. I've ordered the Showstopper. I've been waiting since the preview. Well, that is marvellous.
Can I also say, with the gesso, if you put it on your glass mat,
yeah,
and then put a tiny of your liquid watercolour in and mix it, you make a coloured gesso.
Ooh.
And that's pretty special.
What, just a teensy weensy?
Just like like if you imagine a perfume waft divided by 10.
Right.
It's tiny, like a fly's tear.
Right. You get the kind of really, really tiny. Let us do one final demo. I see you're already creating over there. What are you up to?
So I've got the owl cut ×2.
Right.
And then I thought what I would do is show you how to do brown owl, snow owl.
Ah, nice.
Linking back to the lady who said she wanted to do a snow owl for her daughter earlier.
Yes.
So I've just started to colour the foliage in there, and if we just come back to what the owl looks like, I think it's gorgeous, isn't it? So you just inked background, a wood embossing folder, chopped up, made to look a bit like a tree, some more of the little bits of foliage chopped off from the owl, stuck around the tree as leaves, and then the owl on the tree. It couldn't be easier. Yeah. So let's have a look at how to colour it in. So I'm going to start with brown owl, and all you're going to do is exactly as we've done all the way through, and this could be watercolour, it doesn't have to be alcohol ink. You're just going to apply your colour to the owl. So start where, you know, I'm starting with the face and the chest, because that's all a similar colour. I'm going to leave his pointy, feathery ear bits, just a little bit there that I haven't weeded out. So that's going to be a different colour. So get your colour down and then just start layering up. You know, and these don't have to be perfect, Ben. So this isn't like colouring a stamped image where I'm like, start with a light, build to the dark, preserve your highlight, only do this then, only do that then. It's very much just get some colour down, and it's going to look great. So you know, you can give yourself a break, I think is what I'm trying to say, and not worry about being too precise. And then get a little bit more of this colour down here.
Did you hear the one about the two owls that were going to go out on a romantic date, but they didn't because it was raining?
I didn't.
Oh no! Apparently it was too wet to woo.
Oh, too wet to woo. Oh, stop it.
Oh
my word.
Come on, that was a good one.
That was too wet to woo.
Too wet to woo. Oh dear, you can use that one if you like at home.
Thank you.
And Leanne, feel free.
Well, you know, I do like to send you a text message every now and again. With
I look forward to.
With a little joke in.
Yeah. I know 9 times out of 10, if I get a little WhatsApp from you, it's usually
just a random joke.
A random
no
joke.
Explanation. No, hi, Benny, how are you?
Yeah.
Just a joke.
Just a joke.
But you know, I've thought of you.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Loving all the tips, says Gail today. And Amelie says, I love this collection. I can't pick a favourite. They are all special in their own way. So I'm assuming, Amelie, that means that you've ordered the bundle then. If you can't pick a favourite and if budget allows, then the best way to go is to get the whole lot. Showstopper option available, as I said, if you want all of the added extras, but you can just get the stamps and dies on their own should you wish to do so. And you've gone away with an armful of ideas as well. That's been the brilliant thing. I think kudos to Leanne in the fact that she's managed to demo all of the different elements in the show. So you're not going to be stuck for ideas or ways to be able to use these. And you've done all sorts, haven't you? Cards, home decor pieces.
Yeah, but everything.
Boxes, and you've seen
how to colour them.
Seen these coloured, seen these used as silhouettes and backgrounds created.
So I'm just going to move that over. You can see how he's building up there, can't you? And if I move this in, because I know I've not got long and I want to show you the snow owl. So the only little bit of difference here is it's had a fussy cut background.
Yeah.
So that you've got that shine of the white through, and then the colour for the eyes is being put through the hole to the bottom. So it just gives it a little bit more dimension, Ben, if you can see that there. So you can see that if I put that over the top, gives it more dimension when you do that. So you can see the white underneath, that's what gives you the highlights from the silhouette, and then you would just put the little bit of black dot on his little eyes there, etc.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what you would do to colour it. And I haven't been careful or followed the law of alcohol colouring with that. I've just whacked the colour on, and you can do that too. And then for the snow owl, well, snow owls are white, and a lot of people do worry about colouring white and how to do it. So, but white is not truly white. White is in fact pale blue.
Yes.
Very, very imperceptible. Well, actually, white has a lot of rainbow colours in it. So what you're going to do to make the snow owl is use a very light grey and a very light blue, okay? And then you're just going to add little bits of colour in. I think that even might be too blue. Let me just get into. I want to show you the lightest one. The one.
This is for you, Sheila. And I know you asked a little while ago. If you're still watching, Sheila, let us know. If she's not, someone give Sheila a nudge and let us know that we've done this for her at the end of the show, please.
Yeah, IB1 is what I've got. And we're just going to use a little bit of that now. You will need your blender as well. Where's my blender gone? Blender, where are you?
Blender. Brenda the blender.
Blender.
Whilst we're looking for the blender, Deborah Benson's just said, Leanne, I feel the need to colour whilst watching you. It is just so relaxing. And Ness Stewart says, wow, the demos are fab, Leanne. The chat is great. And I'm loving the jumper images. Well done, Liam, says Ness. Oh, there is one more I've just heard for the end of the show. So look out for that one. I think Liam might have answered Leanne's prayers. Oh, he has, apparently.
He's answered my wishes. Well, that's so kind of him. Now, when you've got your... I've just had the blender in my hand. Where's it gone?
Isn't it in front of you?
No.
Oh.
Where is it? It's here. I picked the wrong one up. Right. So once you've got your little bit of colour down, then bleach it out with your blender. Make sure you've got a blender that's got ink in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's an old one again.
You've been stitched up this show, haven't you,
we just need some new markers. Yeah. So that would have bleached out. Let me see if I can find another blender. Bear with, guys.
Okay. Just whilst Leanne is looking for said pen, don't forget we are back tonight live at 5, which is a craft along with the fish. Debbie's going to be back in, going to be doing all things sparkly. So a great show to join us on. If you want to pick up lots of sparkly goodies, but also if you've got any queries or questions, we'll be looking at flip markers, sparkle pens on the show, glitter markers, mesmerising glitter pastes. Touch of Sparkle's going to be on the show, Christmas glitter glues, you name it. If it sparkles, we'll have it on the show. We've also got lovely prices on some of our gilding waxes as well, and some great deals on our black cardstock in various sizes. So you can shop that show right now, but we will be showing all of those for you a little bit later on. And just a heads up again for the weekend in between times, Debbie and I are pre-recording a show for, I think it will be Sunday, it'll either be Saturday or Sunday, 5 o'clock UK time. We do our pre-recorded craft alongs, is the Fairy Glade that we're going to be concentrating on. So you'll see it this Sunday from 5 in the UK, midday in the US, 9 o'clock Pacific time. So there you go. Are you good over there?
I'm good. So I'm using a very, very light grey to do the job of a blender now, and that's diffused that out. You'll see it's still picking up the colour from below, but you'll see in a second what I mean by that. And then I've used that same light grey, and I'm just applying colour all around.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use the next colour up and just add in a little bit of dimension. But you don't want a lot, because it's a snow owl at the end of the day.
Yes.
So, but it would never be truly white. I think if you look at a snow owl, then you'll see that it's actually quite a pale, pale grey. And then it'll have like a little bit of blue will pick up on the wings as well. So just go in and add your light greys, and then to add the dimension.
Yeah.
So for it to look white and light, there needs to be darker areas.
And Rose's question, so she's saying blue shades would be the same for snowmen. So blues and greys if you're colouring a snowman, right?
Yes, exactly the same.
Yeah.
And so then you just keep blending it out. When you put the darker colour on, go back to the lighter colour and go over the top and really, really, really diffuse it out. And then for the eyes, I'm just going to use the very fine point of an illustrator and go in with the black. And then you could do the same beaky. There we go. And if I move this around, if I move this onto a piece where I haven't done any colour, you can see how then he pops out from the page, the white below. So he starts to feel like a snow owl. So you want a very light blue, very light greys, and just apply the colour a darker bit around the edges, and that will make it feel white, which sounds mad, but it does.
Love the owl demo, says Diane Rowe. I tell you what, we have loved this show. Thank you so much for doing the snow owl, Leanne, says Pat. I think a lot of people have appreciated that, because white is always a difficult thing to colour, isn't it? So hopefully you've picked up a few hints and tips there. We're almost at the end of the show. I know we've got another picture to look at in just a second. Shall we tell you who our winner is for this show? So thank you everybody for all of the comments. We've thoroughly enjoyed your bants. We've loved all of the questions as well. Hopefully we've answered your question. So the winner in this show, who is going to walk away with this amazing card, which Leanne made a little bit earlier on, signed by Chivs herself. The winner is... Karen Carter.
Oh, well done, Karen. Congratulations. I'll sign it for you.
Lovely. Karen, make sure you message us with your address, so once Leanne signed it, we know where to send it to. There you go, CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we will get that sent out. More chances to win, by the way, later on as well. We've got, I'm not quite sure what it is, whether it's stamps or dies. We've got a prize to give away in the Craft Along show a little bit later on, so do make sure you join us for that. And just before we do disappear, thank you for all of the lovely comments, and thank you to Liam, who has been doing some pictures for us. Apparently, there is one more picture that we need to have a look. Yeah!
Oh, yes. I'm so happy. I have that, the chicken soup one.
Yes.
That is the one I was given away in the garage when I was 16. And look how fabulous you and I look. We look great.
We do look great. I am going to get Liam to send that to me, and that is going to be my new picture on my Facebook page. Yep, with no context, I'm just going to put that up. Please, can you put it up on yours as like a 24-hour
Yes.
profile?
I will, I'll do that.
Yes, yes. Leann, can I just say it's been an absolute joy, as per usual. Final word from you on these if people are still on the fence.
Oh, I love these. So this is great for young, old, male, female, masculine cards. It's just beautiful to be able to do something very different to the butterfly, the fairy, the floral. And they will work with all of the colouring mediums that you've been collecting over the years, or indeed bought on birthday week. And so easy to be able to just cut them in white or black card, put them on a project and have them look fabulous.
Thank you, Leann. It's been marvellous. Do we know when you're back in again?
I do not, actually.
Hopefully soon.
Sorry, soon.
Yeah. It's been marvellous. You guys have loved the show, so thank you for all the positive comments coming through. And yeah, if you haven't yet picked up this collection, Showstopper Option is available, the collection on its own. You can also pick up, and of course you can shop all of those individuals too, should you wish to. Massive thank you to Leann, thank you to the whole team for a fun show and a very inspirational show as well. Head to the checkout and we'll meet you back here for another live show tonight, live at 5, with a brilliant, sparkly craft along with the fish. Until then, bye for now.